So, just kind of moving on. So, this is a topic that we've debated on our own plenty and plenty of times. It's a very fun topic. We're kind of excited to go at this one. Um, Both Luka and Trae Young have been balling this year. They've both been putting up crazy numbers, especially lately with Luka. So, looking back at that trade last year between the Hawks and the Mavericks, Tony, who do you think won the trade? The trade details, just in case anyone forgot, was basically Luka for Trae Young, and the Hawks received a first round pick, which turned into Cam Reddish. So, what do you think about the trade, Tony? Who do you think is winning so far?
So far, I have to give it to Dallas. I understand Trey Young and Luca are very close. As to if you're comparing, I guess, player skill and just like both their performances, day in and day out, I feel like are very similar. But I feel like Luca definitely has the edge. I just think there's more stats to be had with Luca. I feel like a whole like facet of the game is brought to the floor with Luca. I mean, he like led the San Antonio game in rebounds, like over Aldridge, like Pirtle, like Porzingis, all his bigs. Like the leading rebounder was Luca, and I feel like that's something Trae Young's not capable of, and that's like not a knock on him, but that's just his build. Like he's like a smaller shooting point guard, and that's totally fine. But Luka can do literally everything with the ball and off the ball. He could do more. So I just feel like that's one of my biggest knocks, I guess, on Trae Young. But I would say the Hawks would win the trade if Reddish, performs pretty well this year. But I just don't see the production from him just yet. I don't know if he's like guaranteed to be like a good player because I feel like a lot of people drafted at his, kind of ranking are almost like guaranteed to do something. But this draft class was a little bit weird. And besides the fact, I do have some stats right here about Luka. Last night he outscored the Warriors in the first quarter by 6 points, 6 whole points. He beat the Warriors by in the first quarter. That's pretty embarrassing. He was playing against five guys, still winning. Anyways, last night he also joined a very, very exclusive club. He had a 30-point triple-double in 25 minutes, and I do know it's against the Warriors, but at the end of the day, like, this is incredibly impressive. He does this almost on a nightly basis. Three out of his last four games have been triple-doubles, and I think that's really impressive. Maybe something, not even just regular triple-doubles, they're 30-point triple-doubles, so it's not just like a Russell Westbrook triple-double. This is, pretty significant. Him and LeBron are some of the only players that are putting up these type of performances before the age of 21. He's in super exclusive company. His field goal percentage is around 60% over the last two games. I mean, that's just impressive. That speaks for itself. But I want to give Keon some time on this topic as well
Yeah.
because Trae Young does have a lot of good points.
So, I would like to say that first of all, Luca has been playing amazing this whole year, really,
Out
but
of his mind.
especially this past week. Like, I can't really say anything negative about his game right now. So, but going back to the trade, when we're talking about these kind of trades, in principle, I like what the Mavericks did. I like when teams identify that's our guy, that's who we want. I'll give whatever it takes to get him. If there's a LeBron in the draft, if there's a Aaron Rodgers in the draft, you can give up in most cases anything, and you will win the trade because you get that superstar caliber of player. But I think in this instance, in this one identified instance, I think the other side won. I think the Hawks won the trade more than the Mavericks win. I don't want to say the Mavericks lost the trade. I just think the Hawks won it more than the Mavericks did. So first of all, Trae Young, though he's not putting up the numbers of Luka right now, he's pretty dang close. He's putting up 27 and 9 on 37% from three, and I believe he's already one of the best playmakers in the league and one of the best passers in the league. And that 9 assists is on a Hawks team that's not very polished, or I would say ready to win now mode. Imagine him playing on a better with better talent around him. I think that 9 assists would go to 11 or 12 a game. And so in looking at the trade, it's not just Trae versus Luka. You also got to look at the pick they got. So that 10th pick turned out to be Cam Reddish. So Cam Reddish is a 6'8" wing who's athletic and can shoot the three. So far, he has not looked like what everyone thought he could look like, but he's also young. I feel like he's one of those players that's going to blossom over time. It's going to take him some time, but I think once he does hit, I think his ceiling is an all-star, and I think for sure he could be a serviceable starter in the league. And I think when Luka and Trae, when it's all said and done, they will be equal players. Or honestly, I could see Trae being better. Luka's better out the gate right now, but Trae's not far behind, and I could see Trae getting a lot better too. Add Cam Reddish to that, and I just think that puts the Hawks over the top in this trade, and it sets them up as a team better for long-term success.
Sorry, Keon. I got to disagree with you. There's no way the Hawks won this trade. No way.
Really? You don't think so?
No.
There's no way they won the trade.
No. First of all, you're talking about Cam Reddish. That man is not good at basketball.
Oh, he's not good at basketball. 10th pick of the draft. But
Hey, so what is he? What type of player do you think he is?
He's a 6'8" athletic wing who can shoot.
He's shooting 23% from the three-point line?
Wasn't Harden shooting like 27%?
I mean, I never said Harden was a shooter. You said Cam Reddish was a shooter.
So Harden's not good at shooting now.
He's a volume scorer.
Okay. Oh, so shooting percentages don't fluctuate. You can't go into the league shooting bad and get better.
Yeah, but Harden isn't a shooter. He's a
to be fair, Harden has other stats to prove.
Yeah.
No, he
this
does.
Is not his
he does. But
shooting percentage.
I'm saying that shooting percentages change.
But this is his only. This is only shooting percentage. Like
you got to give at least somebody a year before you judge him as a good shooter or not.
Also, a lot of the hype revolving around Cam Reddish is stuff he did in high school. He wasn't that good in college. I get it. He was behind Zion and RJ Barrett. His first few games in the NBA, he's been shooting terribly, shooting 29% from the field. His last game, I don't know. It was probably it was his best game, and he didn't have that crazy of a game. It wouldn't be comparable to any other rookies.
I saw 13 points or something at some point.
Yeah, honestly, it might be his best game of his rookie season so far. And then just going back,
13 points, bro.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
That's what I think. It could have gone up. I don't know.
It's crazy.
And I think he was shooting below 20% before last game from the 3-point line. That's not high.
Like I said, he has not performed up to par so far, but that doesn't mean he won't. There are plenty of. I think Kobe, his rookie year, averaged 7 points a game. So that goes to show that players can improve and get better.
I mean, I just want to go back to the main part. I mean, I just thought that was outrageous to start off with, but I just want to go back to the main part of the trade. Luka versus Trae Young. In my opinion, I think Luka's going to be a once-in-a-generation player, and we're already seeing this. He can arguably be a top 10 player, top 5 player right now. He's top 3 in MVP voting, and something that could be argued is that the Mavericks would not have gotten Porzingis without him. They would not be a playoff team. They would not.
How would they have not got Porzingis without him?
I mean, when the Mavericks were trading for Porzingis, they know they had a chance with Porzingis and Luka Doncic.
So you don't think if they drafted any other rookie that they would have got?
But they also knew that Porzingis and Luka were friends before. They knew this chemistry was going to work.
Oh yeah, you can only match people up.
The trade actually happened when the Mavericks beat the Knicks at the Knicks.
Yeah.
And Dennis Smith Jr. had one of his best games, so that was like one of the biggest parts of the trade because the Knicks saw Dennis Smith Jr. what he was capable of and realized they missed out on that Frank pick. So
yeah, they definitely that was an obvious pick.
And then they got that back, but they had to pay the price because they gave away a lot of players and a big like superstar. I wouldn't say superstar after the knee injury just yet, but Porzingis is a star. Like, this guy is easily an all-star,
So I want to say the premise of your argument is correct. I agree. If you can get a top 3 player in the league, you do it. The issue is I think you gave up a top 5 player in the league to do it and then also a serviceable role player. And like I said, we don't know who's going to be better right now. The hot pick is Luka. Everyone loves Luka right now. But Trae can be better. Trae can be just as good. Trae can be better. So we just got to see. I think Trae Young has all the skills. I think everything Luka can do, Trae can do. He's just smaller.
But I feel like Luka's, but that size limits him. He can't like see over the defense and make like the cross-court pass. like Luka.
I agree.
But then he is like, I think he's like a better like dry. Like Trae is I think a better like passer when like he's under the basket area, or like I wouldn't say pick and roll, but I'd say like like in the paint area, like he's probably
they're both good at the pick and roll.
Yeah, he's really crafty.
Yeah.
I'd give it to Trae Young.
And Trae has one of the best handles in the league already.
Yeah,
I'll put him top 5 handle in the league already. And I think he's one of the best passers in the league. I mean, Luka is a great passer too, don't get me wrong. I think he has slightly more assists. But yeah, I just think they just won the trade just based on getting a player who I think will be top 5 along with the player.
But I think it should also be noted that the Hawks are just like a noticeably like worse team. They have like a lot less pieces, and I think even though like Luka's a man in Dallas, I definitely feel like Trae Young has like a little more free reign on a worse team, like taking those shots in with that offense. Like I feel like it's just there is some garbage points.
No, I think Luka has free range to do whatever he wants on his team too.
No, but like the Hawks are so bad, like they just like Trae has this opportunity to score a stupid amount of points because they aren't going to be that competitive, you know?
Yeah, but I think the reason the Mavs are competitive is because they let Luka just play. Like I don't think that's a good argument for this instance because it's not like Luka's behind anyone. Luka's known as the man. If anything, Porzingis kind of plays off him.
I mean, being on a playoffs team and being on, I mean, like the Hawks, especially last year. I mean,
and the Mavs,
they were like one of the worst teams in the NBA. Like
that's true. The Hawks are trending up though. The
yeah,
Hawks
I mean, they got it. Yeah,
they're in. Give it a year or two. They're trending up. So
they have a lot of young guys.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm just gonna say this now, but I think the Mavericks are gonna win a championship in the next 5 years.
Crazy,
I think they need another piece.
I think they need another piece.
Definitely.
Luka's 20, Porzingis 24. Ooh, that'd be scary.
And they still need another piece.
I mean, the Hawks definitely need another
piece.
Are
those 2 in 2 years going to be better than Kawhi and Paul George?
Not in 2 years. But in
are
5
they
years, yeah.
Are they going to be better than LeBron and AD? And those other teams have a better supporting cast.
LeBron might be retired by then. I don't know.
I don't think he'll be retired. And the other teams have better supporting cast.
They won't be better than the Rockets for sure. But
oh yeah, and Westbrook and Harden. No. And the thing is,
I said in 5 years too. But
Porzingis has injuries too. Porzingis has knee injuries. Like
he had one major
injury.
No, he's been injured a lot. What are you talking about?
What do you? I mean, like he had one surgery, right?
Yeah, but he misses games like consistently. I feel like over the years, he's had one major injury where he had to miss a bunch of games. I feel like he gets hurt.
I don't know. He's 7'3", like spaces the floor, and he got like pretty big.
No, Porzingis is
like he got strong.
Porzingis is good, like really good. I'm just worried about injuries. If we're talking about them as a
yeah,
whole.
but I know he got like bigger, like stronger, like hopefully more durable.
Yeah,
but he definitely put like some meat on his bones.